Gijabuan, Nangahas, Nakoda Journey, Jabita, Yitimin. And says Nakoda Lodge Gaki, the doctor, La Ross, Tanya, Statue Basti. Zena, John, Dana, Zena, right now, Zen, staff, babies. That's it, how many visits. Modern medicine, Mashjaya, one Mashju, Tapejudane. And now harm chastane, you can give harm the Tagan thing to Tiago, Zay you buy in Jubiti say, Apidapta. I take up your large Gaki, Dagu treatment, center names act that, exactly, not just in the cabinet, and Tabinak, Tamita. Of non-physiotherapy, direct sahan said, as pills, kulina, it's an addiction to Kangawan. It's in Zedo Kaha or Pan, take Yabiti, or David Tita, Yabita. It's in the non-therapy of Nagano, non is acupuncture, doctors and Kohichumi, professionals. Children as a dance, giving down harm with against W. Hamne, Pabu, Nagua, Bahia, Tapu, Hamne, Tapu. This took them Tahamia, and Chigabin last week, and everybody in this took them on Chigabin. It's in that I don't talk hungry. What's the one? Not Tabina, they one. Not Tabina, just Tabi only child, Taiwan. It's a James to Ken Nakabita, it's imitated the hand. Hitch use public teacher, they use public shipping to Tastan Letona, Unchi Gavis, Tastan the East Token at Chimihan, East Token taught Chimihan for Ungo Gavin by Ogichi Gavita, a habitat. It's in the data, Mines Daco, Wesley Dinner Tassins. Both bands, Napin, Indiama was in Gavita. Last the invitations put out a maker. He beat this shot. None was in no day he got that from Pada. Sana this was 19 choke this coming for. It's it. Naha. Okay, I hear results of study of Akarajun Sabi. It is a resources to have the agencies. Zays with Yamin, Tinga, school, there. Health center, social services, go what's next, child and family go. Chana above young teachers, then not just a child and family is to get her. Those the I'm coming to the Zoom go next days coming to Jana Jamia. It's in the year was Juhan, it's only Yabika. For their water, they won't get. Just to have newsletters, Jacka, look, Yabies with us down to Kintan and Bogan, Shimmy, and Habitats. Community newsletter Natasik in Jupiter information. It's an introduce and make that job. And Dana,
but I think Krista is already doing a good job of explaining what we do. And so, more, if you have questions, it's probably easy for us to start talking and just answering questions if you have them. I don't speak Stoney, but I got the gist. I think you ran through the list of what are physicians, what the concept is, the mix of traditional healing, mixed with Western medicine doctors of different practices, a whole group. We've gone through all of that. And we'll probably have also Eastern healing arts with acupuncture, things like that involved as well. At the end of the day, the program is built around the concept of treating each person's individual as an individual and their problems individually, not as our program is a 2-hour program or a 2-week program, and regardless of if you come in, you go out in 2 weeks. Some people will be in for a shorter time, some people will be in for a longer time, because that's what it takes to heal. Dana will talk more about the clinicians and that involvement, but as soon as we can, anytime, we'd like you to just feel free to talk and ask questions so that we can answer them and provide answers.
So, my background, I'm a personal trainer and nutritionist. So I will be kind of running a little bit more of the exercise, physical side of things. But we are going to be a very holistic clinic. So looking at the medicine wheel, looking at the spirit psychological and the emotional, kind of entire being, for healing, because in order to heal, as we know, we need to look at all of those aspects. Clinically, Krista already listed off quite a few of the
different doctors and types of doctors.
Dr. Gross will be speaking.
He just ran out to get to me and come back into the business. So, any questions about anything, any aspect of it? We are hoping for an opening early spring. We were saying March 15th was what we were looking at, but renovations to the lodge, because what will happen is one of the things. Did you talk just about the accommodation? So one of the things that makes Nakoda Journey unique is that as you treat through addictions or pain, chronic pain, recovery, the ability to stay on site, there will be 38 rooms after the renovation is finished, where patients are staying on site. So meals, accommodation are provided, and in the right cases, not for all cases, in some cases, families will be the support unit necessary as part of the healing. Families will be able to stay with their loved one and stay with us. Not in all cases, but in some.
Is it like a treatment center or a facility?
It's definitely.
Will there be isolation for the individual?
Isolation is a strong word. No, it's not punitive. It's anybody that's there is there because you've been referred by a doctor, WCB, Alberta Health. It's healing. So there'll be people from all over with different conditions, but it's not a punitive. It's not a punishment place.
So there's no isolation.
No. The way the whole atmosphere of the place, based on the concept of the different groups of doctors working together all the time with individuals, removes generally the need to isolate somebody. That's a different kind of, that would probably occur to somebody before they came to us.
Is it open to the public or just the community?
No, it's open to the public. Community being, we will have people from Aboriginal communities all over Canada. We will have non-First Nations, non-Aboriginal peoples as well. It's open to everybody. It's a place of healing for people in need. We anticipate, though, that most of the focus, because of where we are, obviously, the First Nations peoples of the Stoney Nation and the neighboring Chiniki and Bearspaw will be probably the closest group of people accessing the center. So that would be the majority of our care will probably focus there. But it's dependent on need. You'll have periods where we don't have any patients from one group that we have from another group, or so it's changing all the time. Because remember, to come to the center, we have 3 different means to refer. So you can go through the health clinic, through the health center. They will refer you to come in for care and treatment. You could go to your doctor, your own doctor, if it's in Cochrane, Canmore, or Calgary, and that doctor could refer you to us because you had an injury to a back or a leg, or you're recovering, or you had, after a long term of recovery and using prescription drugs to kill the pain, the drugs will become a problem. So now they refer you into our center. Or third, you yourself could seek contact with us. We have 2 names of contact people. Dana is one of them, and Danielle, Mark. And so you could come through those on a direct basis. You could pick up the phone, walk in, contact them directly, and then come to the center.
And there accommodations for adolescents and youth?
It's the same accommodation throughout. So depending on, what we're treating is an individual with a condition. It's not specific to one type of person or one group of people. It's each individual. So whether you are a youth with a problem, an adult, an elder with a problem, it matters not. You are a person first. That is the whole philosophy of the core of the thing is you are a person first.
Are you guys aware of traditional protocols with traditional healing?
Tom Snow actually is, Tom?
Yeah.
So Tom is with us in the program. Tom is person who heads up the traditional healing component.
Now what I'm saying is, are you guys aware of
We are learning.
protocol?
We are learning.
Speak briefly.
And Krista can.
Job, Fabu, you have a time. Joe Abraham, the Chaton, and she couldn't keep it on meeting. Attend the Zeton Waho Pizewan. Attend the Incanis Wintopen Nangawan, Chegavitan, Abraham, the Hanga, was she looked in his Abraham Jail, which one. Hetana Zedokan in Abnantiaha, Dokaham. That's a near Wapia Santana Doka ingredients here. The Kong Agnap Shuan. Washington is cook, pop, cook, and they sell it as ingredients and look absolute John Shuyak. It's in of non common one as a was a gap, one, not one, the gas that goes up to one was a gap like this. It's in of non. Jen Washington, the Taki Hibitas, was a Guabga, Yogi P. Watts at Timitas, Jills of Nanos of paying to me that. Those Hetchen, the East Page Day Navita. Hetchen name man and this Ington, Ducabiton, and Chinkulina the Dam, Ish me chain gravitas, the Kedu Chat and the mean, Jaguaho Pabitan, Kidan to Pabinet and do our Tamitas. It's Anna Jones Cocoon, it's a meeting gate this comes.
Concern is still.
Udana Hetamin Kidan, what Coconut Plans at Chimika. Hectami, you Nangas and Geheim Tastan, and Nick chapter. Dagna non North Star, the Miston Scamnande. One now, Behavina, or non Gahnabiko. Common one as a bumblebee, Tantapa, says was we am one thing. Those Hitata, this is share game to the one. Hitaka Martin Zahtan is the issue I hope in Papta one. In Nimini is about a strictly needs a cab one. It's in the Nimini to can a buying that it's mean to say, or Jizana one Jamtaka. It's an is the living the Waho Pabis, the telling woman. The Tana Jones, the Hijab, the Tanana, the other Papu, you have seen a Jam Tastam. She told me, change your habits, they have a coat.
I think down there is the individual Ontiana, Naka Ontiatas, the Hano Yavitas, the Kisi,
What's done, Italian?
like the traditional protocols for healing, depending on the individual. Here's what I'm Victoria. You really need to do it for yourself. I think that's the right time, appropriate time for the traditional healing. Right? You can't just throw it out there.
Nope.
So, from a clinical standpoint, all of us, like physicians, physio, OT, and then all the traditional healers, we will all be working together as one team. And for each individual, depending on what stage of healing that they're at, whether, depending on their needs, every program will be different for everybody.
My concern is most of us are now. He's going back. That's what I'm concerned.
That would be really and truly. That's where Tom is. That Tom would be the leader on that aspect of evaluating the readiness, the need, and how to proceed.
It kind of feels like from traditional we're going to commercial.
I would say Western medicine and physicians is not. Don't confuse Western medicine with commercial. If I break a leg and I have a bone protruding, my heart is not working well, or I have become addicted to something that I can't, a substance that has got control of my body. My spirit needs healing. My spirit needs to be prepared to be ready to receive healing. But the process of dealing with that physical condition, sometimes Western medicine works. there has to be, that's why we say it's a whole process. And bringing the two together, it's not without a problem, it's challenging for sure. But I think at the end of the day, anybody who comes to the center is coming because they want healing. They want and they believe that they can receive it there. Nobody is telling you that you have to go there. When I say punitive is where you have a place and you have done something and I tell you as the law or the authority you must go there. That's not what we are. We are there for people who feel the need, who recognize the need, and who want the assistance that is there.
People are coming openly to us.
And the spirit of healing, it's about healing. Healing knows no one people. Healing does not belong to one nation. Healing is for mankind. All human beings deserve the right to heal and be healed.
Does that include people who have withdrawals? Does that include the people who have withdrawals?
Yeah.
Just wondered.
Yeah, no, Rogan, that's exactly. So there is, it's essentially, it's providing a step beyond what is mostly available now. So after you've been through the regular systems and you've sort of reached the end of the line, this is a place that will take you further and closer along the journey to the path to healing and recovery. So the challenge, I mean, it's about creating balance, right? Because if we're out of balance,
Will they be like recreational?
that is an integral part of it is the recreational program. There'll be a bunch of different things that will engage, and that's part of the occupational therapy part, as well as the recreational part is part of the mental process of recovery and healing and uplifting. If we can create hope, if you create balance, you can create hope, and if you can create hope, you can create the desire, and from the desire comes the power to heal. If I take those things away from someone, it's very hard to heal them.
When an individual is seeking help and healing and so forth, and then their program is over, what happens after? Is there still counseling available for
Yes.
them?
Yes. We have an element of what we're doing which is again unique, and it's called telehealth. And one of the things that we'll be working to do is in places, particularly remote places, somebody who has been through the program can continue to see their doctors, their group of doctors, on an ongoing basis, whether it's here at the center, they can come down, and that group of doctors that they work with will be available to them on the screen and on an appointment basis. But even then, again, individually, with each individual, as you finish your program, your doctors are going to say, well, come back and see us so many times over the next little while, or we'll arrange the telehealth portion to have that communication. Up to and as far as putting a camera in somebody's home. That is possible. That is one of the things that is being worked on. The biggest problem in it right now is the coverage that allows you to broadcast a signal.
Yeah.
And that's in the works. There's approval for funds to bring telecommunications, a tower in. That's going to improve the internet access, which allows us to put that remote camera in somebody's house if they want it. The program is called the Final Mile, and it's Health Canada and Alberta, the government of Alberta apparently, and Wesley of the three nations three bands that make up the Stoney people are the first ones that have applied and received approval for this. And so now the engineers are already looking for the location to put this. And that brings it first to the village. And then from here it spreads out with repeaters. So it's about 6 months from what we understand. I just met with Holton yesterday and we were talking about it because it's a key part for us as well, because we need the communication. So it's about 6-7 months for that whole process till they have the tower up and working. But it's going to be huge because now all of a sudden there's real internet connectivity on in homes, and so yeah. So you're not relying on just 3G from a phone that may or may not work.
So yes, the aftercare is a huge aspect of our project.
Yeah, because most people, when they do go to treatments out there and they come out, they get left hanging, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Trying
they,
to battle
and then
that.
they slip back, and then when they slip back, they go further down.
Keep in mind that we are aftercare.
Oh.
That we begin where the programs usually stop. We're getting people that are at that point where it stops and are left hanging. We start already. That's where we come in.
Awesome.
Right?
That's awesome.
So that's really the strength of what this is about, is recognizing that there's this big void. We're not trying to do the same thing that's already out there and then finish the program and say, well, that was nice having you. Good luck.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's great.
Well, it's the truth, right?
Yes.
That's how I felt.
So where did you do yours?
Carson. St. Paul.
How long?
I was working for 35 years.
35.
I really loved their program.
It was good?
Yeah, it's based on native perspective.
Yeah.
So it's cruise at Fort Men's, and it was really good. And that was the thing, when I was, my first day over there, I wanted to come home because I was isolated.
Yeah.
And then when it was over, I didn't want to come home because I felt safe there.
Right. Yeah. It's a strong, and that's where the vacuum comes, because you go through that range of feelings where you don't want to be there, want to be home. Now you start to get secure and comfortable, and you come along the path, and then all of a sudden your door opens and
It's hard to come back.
Yeah.